Few in the West are aware of the close connections between Islam and China. Yet China ranks high among countries containing large Muslim populations. Some 20 million Muslims are scattered across the country, more than in most Arab countries. But there is a critical distinction to be drawn among them. About one half of China's Muslims are ethnically Han Chinese, with some admixture of Arab and Persian blood from the days of early Muslim settlers in China. They are referred to as Hui or Hui Hui. They speak only Chinese and follow a lifestyle similar to other Han Chinese, except for a few key cultural distinctions that arise from Islam. Over time, the Han and the Muslim elements have intermixed in fascinating ways and coexist fairly comfortably within broader Chinese culture. But the other half of China's Muslims are ethnically and linguistically quite distinct, primarily of Turkic origin. The Uyghurs living in far western China represent the largest Turkic group by far. Hui Muslims are basically well integrated into Chinese life, whereas the Turkic Uyghurs are not. Chinese authorities treat the Uyghurs with suspicion and harshness, highlighting the essentially ethnic character of the problem, reinforced by Uyghur adherence to Islam. The popular image of propagation of Islam by the sword is once again erroneous in the Chinese case. According to Muslim accounts, Islam reached China surprisingly early, in 651 CE, some 18 years after the Prophet's death, brought by sea to Canton by an envoy of the Caliph Umar. There is a well-known saying of the Prophet, "Seek knowledge even from China." According to Muslim tradition, the Tang Dynasty emperor ordered a mosque to be built in Canton, the first in China, which still stands today. The emperor believed Islam to be compatible with teachings of Confucianism and granted rights to Arab and Persian merchants to establish the first Muslim settlements in the area. Early Chinese encounters with Islam in Canton were therefore peaceful and productive, and Muslims were granted a place in Chinese society, where their mercantile skills and contacts were known from pre-Islamic Arab traders. China quickly recognized the great seafaring capabilities of the Muslims and the potential benefits to China in expanding its influence and reach. As a result, Muslims soon came to dominate the import-export industry of China by the time of the Song dynasty. The Director General of Shipping was an office consistently held by a Muslim. But far away to the northwest borders of China, a very different geopolitical event occurred between China and Islam, with profound long-term geopolitical consequences. There, the expanding forces of the Tang dynasty marched west down into Central Asia, where in 1751 CE